Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here, and it's time for another Summon Pool event in Raid Shadow Legends, the Savage Summon Pool, this time focusing on damage dealers. And I like these Summon Pool events a lot. Summon Pools give you a great chance to pick up a champion from a more limited selection, which means that you're more likely to end up with something good. Although it's really difficult still, even from Summon Pool, to pick up one specific champion. So you're typically trying to evaluate the pool as a whole and see, okay, does it have multiple champions that are something that would be useful to you, because they typically share some of the same abilities. So let's see what this Savage Summon Pool is all about. First, thank you Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video and for giving me this wonderful promo link down below in the description, there in the QR code. New account with Deacon Armstrong after the tutorial, Uugo at 15, Tagoar at 20, Mausoleum Mage at 30, the best possible start to raid, even better than a Summon Pool. But this Summon Pool, so the Summon Pool has a headline champion who is Raphael this time, so if you didn't do Raphael's Deck of Fate, then obviously this gives you some kind of a chance to pick up Raphael, although at a 2% chance that still means pulling a lot, so very, very expensive way to get Raphael, much more expensive than doing the Deck of Fate would have been. And of course, if you already did the Deck of Fate, then getting a duplicate Raphael just isn't quite as valuable, so that can also be a bit of a downside. Then there's a fairly strong pool of 8 legendary champions with Tagoar, Rotos, Thor, Kyle, Croakheart, Cheshire Cat, Uugo, and Balar. Also interesting that there's Rotos in this pool now, because we're just in the middle of the Sanguine Maria fusion. So we're getting a new Undead Horde's good damage dealer, and the old Premium, the best damage dealer for the faction, is now a part of this Summon Pool. This Summon Pool has more epics than usual. There are 16 epics this time, when usually there's only 12, which of course then also means that the odds to pick up a specific epic are now lowered. There's Isbale, there is Geomancer in this pool. Still probably the best epic in the game. There's Lady Quillen, Deity, Enda, Farak in the Fat, so some good stuff here. Neldor, another great one. Telesia, Zagala, Aishma, Fane, Phoenix, Allure, one of my favorite epics of all time. Just that triple hit that reduces turn meter. If there's anything that can be turn meter controlled, then Allure just goes in and controls that turn meter. And boom, the game is basically over. Just so much fun. Amina, Lockwine, and Scabrius. So that is the entire pool, but how good are all of these potential pools? When we look at the superb pools that you can get from this pool, well, Raphael, if you don't have Raphael yet, the turtles have proven to be extremely good together. So Raphael is still a high priority to get. Then Croakheart. Croakheart is fine alone. It's really superb only if it's paired with Packmaster Shayak. But if you have Packmaster Shayak, even if you have a Croakheart already, then 2 Croakhearts is not too many with the Packmaster. So Croakheart being offered here it's a pretty big deal. And of course, out of the epics, there is that Geomancer here. So Geomancer still keeps eluding me, and it is such a wonderful champion. All the legendary champions in this pool are quite strong, so in the strong pool section there's all the legendaries. So this is actually a bit atypical pool in the sense that typically there's some legendary that's a little bit weaker. But this time the legendary selection is just very, very good, so no concerns there whatsoever. And there's also some strong epics, not quite Geomancer level, but I mean, Farakin, Neldor, Allure, some really great epics are also available. And half of the epics are okay. I mean, pulling Isbale, Deity, Telesia, Zagala, Fane, Phoenix, Amina, Scabrius, that's not too bad, although you wouldn't exactly be jumping for joy when you pull one of these. But there are also a few pretty weak epics in this pool. Lady Quillen, Enda, Aishma, and Lockwine. Lady Quillen having the saving grace that she is part of the Mikage fusion, so if you still need a fusion piece for Mikage, then obviously you would be happy to pull that one. If you want to pull champions from the Summon Pool, you will need Prism Crystals. The main source of Prism Crystals is real money. They are being sold in these packs in the store. You need 40 crystals to pull one champion from the pool. And there is always at least one free pool available through a tournament or an event. Sometimes there are 2. This time it looks like there's going to be 1. There's this Gear Ascension tournament that has already started. And this Gear Ascension tournament is going to give you 40 crystals, which is enough to pull one champion from the pool. And if you want to complete the Gear Ascension tournament, then depending on how many points you require, the points requirement requires on your account level, then doing different stages can give you that point needed. Stage 25 in general is the best thing to farm, especially in Phantom Shogun. The Sand Devil gives you a little bit fewer points. And then behind stage 25, there's stage 24, 23, Phantom Shogun 22 is also pretty good. And beyond those, there's stage 16, which is the option for people who can't do the very last stages. And here you can see how much energy it requires in order to get the points needed for various point thresholds. So that is the Savage Summon pool. Each pool is like a curated Sacred Shard. You can't combine them with the 2x event, of course, but still they are from a somewhat solid pool. 12 euros. It's lower than Sacred Shards most of the time, so they're a little bit cheaper. The Gear Ascension tournament also this time has pretty solid prices overall, so I highly recommend doing it if you can do it with a reasonable energy cost, and you will get to pull one of the champions here from the pool as well. There is going to be a Champion Chase tournament on Friday, so you can get points for that one. If you wait to open your crystals, you let them auto pull for the Champion Chase. Go to summon pool then, and then they auto pull, and then you will get those points. This pool is focused on damage dealers, so obviously if you're interested in getting some DPS characters, then this would be the opportunity to do that. And this time the legendary pool is unusually solid, so very, very good legendary champions. The epic pool is more varied, so overall this is kind of an average summon pool, but summon pool events still are pretty good if they offer champions of the style that you're looking for your account right now, and in this case damage dealers, and especially if you manage to pick up any of the legendaries basically, then this can be really, really good. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.